Hey, welcome back. 3 letters you're going to know a little bit more about, hopefully a lot more about in the next 5 minutes, the IPF. And joining us to kind of explain, because he can do it a lot better than I can, a gentleman who suffers from IPF, Roger Chandler's with us, along with his wife, Karen. Thanks for coming in today.
You're welcome.
Now, I'm used to seeing you here talking about paddling down wherever, so you got to tell me, IPF is what?
It stands for interstitial pulmonary fibrosis. It's a lung disease that fibers grow across your lungs, and they gradually make it so that your lungs don't function properly and you basically die.
So your day-to-day existence right now is what?
I'm still fairly healthy, which is amazing because I've had it longer than most people I know that's had it. I'm a year past my expiry date. And, I still work out. I still, kayak on the river. I still ride my bike. I'm still fairly, I make a point of staying fit. I have a smoothie every day with a whole bunch of really good ingredients in it. So I think that's what's keeping me going,
I'm not minimizing what you go through, but I've seen Karen, how she looks at you, and I've seen her hold your hand. So I'm going to ask her the question. Karen, how's Roger doing?
He's doing very well.
How's Karen doing?
Karen's doing well, as long as Roger's doing well. He does have a shortness of breath a lot more. He gets dizzy, and those are the times that really upset me.
So IPF, is there a cure out there? What's the story with that?
There up until recently there wasn't a cure out there, and but there's a medication on the market now that will extend our life. However, it was turned down by the MPP from London, the Minister of Health, Deb Matthews, and so she basically gave us a death sentence there because now we don't have access to it because it's very expensive. It's somewhere.
So wait a minute. Dollars and cents mean you can't get the medication that's going to extend your life.
Yeah,
that's correct.
And is that have you got that direct answer from the Minister of Health?
Yes, we were at the legislature when she announced it. A bunch of us that have IPF went there because it was IPF month, and we went there because we had heard that she was going to make an announcement on it, so we went there and heard her say, no, we're not going to cover it. Somebody had advised her that it doesn't cure everybody, and so my question is, what about the people it does cure? What about them?
How fast would you know? What are they telling you? How fast would you know if this is working for you?
Well, there's a guy that's in our group said within 3 weeks it was working for him.
So 3 weeks. And any idea what 3 weeks worth of medication costs?
Well, I'll tell you what a month's worth is, $3,800, and it's $3,500, and I've heard it's been an estimate between $42,000 and $48,000 a year per person, to do that.
So Roger's dealing with this. How do you deal with this emotionally? The fact that somebody said not for him.
Well, it's horrible. It's just horrible. It's like all of a sudden they don't care that you're going to lose your spouse,
right.
And it's just an awful thing.
So is there anything I can do sitting here about it, Roger?
Well, I could leave these petitions here, and you could get some of the staff to sign them. And once we get 100 of them, I take them to Dave Levac's office. He takes them to the legislature, and they have to be read in the legislature. And there's a whole whack of other people like me doing that same thing. And if these petitions keep stacking up, they eventually get on the desk in front of the MP Matthews, and she'll have to make a decision over it. If enough people do it, maybe she'll change her mind.
I was going to ask you about that. I mean, what kind of help has Dave and Dave's office been to you?
Been very good. When we were at the legislature that day, when there was a break, he came over because he saw me there, and he invited me to his office, which was pretty cool.
So if somebody's sitting there watching now, we've got petitions sitting here. If somebody wants to sign a petition, is there anywhere they can go to get one, fill one out? How will they get their name on a petition?
They can phone the number, my number. Do you want me to give it to you now?
Go ahead.
It's 519-754-0145.
Right. Okay. And I know Brant News is going to be kind of getting the word out for you in the next little bit.
Yes, they are. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I think this. I want to wish you just a fabulous Christmas, and hopefully many more chats in 2014. And we're going to see what we can do at our end. Karen and Roger, thanks for coming in today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us.
We're going to come back in just a little bit. Sharon Brooks is in the building.